go! Brought to you by Don King, the Mirage, and Budweiser. It's showtime! The main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right. He's fighting out of the blue corner, and he enters the ring wearing blue trunks with white trim. He hails from Brentwood, Long Island, New York, and he weighed in at a trim and ready 145 pounds. His fine record includes 54 wins, only 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 43 wins by way of knockout. He's ranked the #1 contender by the WBC and the IBF. Welcome, the former IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, James Buddy McGirt. And his opponent across the ring, on my left, fighting out of the red corner, is the defending champion. He is wearing black trunks with white lettering and fighting out of Mount Airy, Maryland, by way of Clarendon, Jamaica. His weight is at 147 pounds, and his impressive record includes 34 wins, only 1 defeat, 26 big wins by way of knockout. Welcome, the defending WBC Welterweight Champion of the World, Simon Brown. Once again, referee Mills laying out even instructions.
All right, now this is for the championship of the world. Pick a tough, clean fighter. You've gone through all the instructions one time. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? Let's get it on.
The always authoritative Mills Lane with the final words. And that will rev you up. Nothing will, as James Buddy McGirt, rated #1 by the WBC, WBA, and IBF, gets set to tangle with the WBC welterweight champ, Simon Brown, involved in his 10th World Championship fight. He's 9-0 coming in championship fights, and we're underway.
And if there's one thing you can look for Simon, it's patience. He doesn't care what happens in the first 2 or 3. He gets his work in, he measures, he's not in a hurry, and then after that, all hell breaks loose.
I believe this is somewhat of a dream match. To have a punching welterweight champion of the world against the master slick boxing former junior welterweight champion, and he put up 4 pounds, and now he's a welterweight, and this is an interesting fight. Simon Brown, to my opinion, should go right on and take it to him.
Well, Brown told us he hopes to start earlier against McGirt than he did against Maurice Blocker. Very respectful of Buddy McGirt in the blue. He says he's got his hands full. Called McGirt a great boxer and fighter.
Well, if there's any jitteriness, it should be on the part of McGirt. He should be giving him a lot of motion. He's a fine boxer. Almost an even match. You got to give a championship edge to the champion. For Blocker, remember, he is patient and he feels like when the time comes, he will step on the gas.
Simon Brown has to come in behind that jab and cut the ring off as you do it. Because as you know, Buddy McGirt is very sleep-footed. And he's moving and you've got to start punching and going out.
Put that shoulder down, Simon. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Mike, he's not going to win the title backing up the whole night. He's going to have to come in to fight from time to time, and that's when it's dangerous with Simon.
Of course, but as you know, he's a slick boxer and a sharp puncher, so he tries to let Simon make mistakes where he can counter with a hard punch and throw him off guard. But Simon, a hard puncher and aggressive fighter that he is, he should take it right to him and punch to the body.
Both have paid their dues. McGirt, a tireless worker who wins many rounds on sheer volume of punches. There were a few right there.
Oh, he'll do that all night long.
Meanwhile, Brown has that potent left hook. McGirt has to be leery of that. A minute to go in the opening round, scheduled for 12. Brown's biggest flaw, perhaps, is defense. Sometimes he can open himself up. And
Brown must take advantage. Brown must take advantage of the end punch in fighting. He mustn't let McGirt semi-tie him up and then get off with the combination. Because Brown has speed in his hand as well.
Yes, opponents are often reluctant to open up the attack on Brown for fear of being countered with a power punch by Simon Brown to the black front.
establishing anything in particular. But a lot of give and take in this round. The aggressor, Simon Brown. McGirt has gotten in some very good combinations and shots, but not anything to put any hurt on Simon Brown. Good job.
Heading for the bell.
Good boy. Deep breath. Don't throw punches and look. You understand? Get out of there. Or either that, get off with your jab. All right, take a deep breath. Very good. There's one in the bank. Don't be afraid to use that jab. Yeah. Good. Deep breath, baby. Take your time. It's all yours. You understand? There's one in the bank.
All the problems, they don't mean nothing. You just work. That's what I'm talking about.
Emil Griffin, the great trainer, is not saying anything. He's just taking care of Simon Brown. No talking going on in the corner. They must be very confident, right? Because nobody said anything to Simon Brown.
And Simon must pick up the momentum, believe me.
Here we go into round two. The former four-time world champion, Emil Griffith, in the corner of Simon Brown.
As you say, that five-time world champion, two-time welterweight champion.
One of the all-time greats.
I tell you, every time we fought him, one of the fighters we had, we lost. I mean, he kept beating everything we had as those fighters.
Buddy McGirt won 16 straight fights since losing the IBF Junior Welterweight crown to Mildred Taylor, and he's 4-0 since an arm injury suffered a torn bicep tendon in his left arm against Jose Bermudez in July of '90. Will Brown aim for the arm? He said only if things get nasty. There's a wild miss by Brown. Otherwise, Brown said, I'm going to aim for Buddy's chin.
And as you notice, he's taking Simon Brown off the game plan. Buddy McGirt wants this welterweight championship, a championship that's been established in 1878 by Pat McDuffie. And as you know, great fighters like Sugar Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard became great faces in here, and Simon Brown was trying to, fill in the gap between those great fighters.
And there's no truth to the rumor Freddie was there to call that fight in 1878.
He's looking pretty good in 1878, isn't he? And Simon Brown, as I say, had to take his breath and not throw one punch at a time. You have to work off the jab and coming forward. Because Buddy McGirt is trying to catch him coming in, trying to catch him lunging. And he's too experienced a fighter to be caught that way, I believe. And we're in for, I believe, fellas, that we're in for a heck of a fight tonight.
Well, so far, so good.
Well, Buddy's fighting on nervous energy, no doubt about that. He's fighting kind of jittery, but you can see exactly what I'm telling you with Simon. He just takes his time. When he gets there, he hits hard. He's not really worried till after the third or fourth ends when everything starts to happen with him.
And Buddy McGirt likes to rely on speed and head movement, a lot of side to side.
Well, McGirt can build up a nice lead if he takes advantage of Simon's lackadaisical pace.
Simon must punch to the body to slow McGirt down. McGirt is a mover, and as you said before, he's moving on a lot of nervous energy. Knowing he's in there with one of the most fierce welterweight punches in the whole division's history. And he's going to start putting those punches together now to slow Buddy McGirt down.
Simon Brown, who has one of the most potent left hooks in the game.
And great chins. Let us not hasten to add. Great chin, great punching power, and patience adds up to a good champion. McGirt outspeeding him.
And Simon Brown has to put combinations together. He mustn't let Buddy McGirt take the play away. Buddy McGirt, a smooth, slick boxer, fast hand. The only way to slow him down is to keep that jab in his face and cut the ring off. Simon Brown's not cutting the ring off. As an experienced fighter he is, he should cut the ring off.
Watch what happens after the third or fourth round. When this guy kicks in, he's letting him go, and he's letting him build a lead because he's winning these rounds.
Buddy McGirt giving a good account of himself here in these first 3 rounds.
But what I want to do, I want you to move this a little more inside. Let them get close to you. Don't look to him. I mean to hold him. Punch inside. Punch inside, Simon. Don't get in the front, okay?
These are the flurries that are winning the rounds, these first 2 rounds for McGirt. Right on the button, sharp. It doesn't quite hurt